can see, I've done the chipping. I did it with this. I did some of this with the sponge, and then I've gone along with a fine brush and made some scratches along the panels. Let me just see if I can bring a bit more light in the background. As you can see, there's there's the scratches, which I'm going to put a bit of rust from them. I'm going to get a bit of a streaking first, and then I'll do some rust streaks. Well, not massive amounts, but enough. So I think I've just got it about right with the chipping and faded areas and things like that. I think it's come out quite well. So I'll give it another twirly around, as you can see. So what I'll be doing next, I'll be using the AK streaking gun for dark vehicles, which is AK 067, and I'll be just using this colour mix, the Revell colour mix, just to streak it, maybe take it off what I don't need. So I've got I've run out of the odorless thinner, so I'll have to use that at the moment. I'll have to get myself some more odorless thinner. So yeah, I'm very happy with this here. Once I get the streaking done and a little bit of rust, just from a few marks, and then I'll probably start on the pigments, which I said on the last one, to get the upper deck completely finished then, and then I can start thinking about working on the tracks and the underneath. So also I I've just seen a online a picture of a Enigma, and it had a bit of chain just loosely wrapped around and inside one of the little sort of cavities that's formed by the blocks. So I'm thinking I may take that fender off just to show a bit of track, I think, because it's a shame, because the tracks are really quite nice. Just a little bit more damage then, so I suppose a lot of fenders were knocked and banged and whatever is normal. I'm going to check on the little colours on the marker lights, and the light on the front I'll give it says X1, which is the black. So I've done that colour, but I'm not really happy with that at the moment, so I'm going to have to look into that. So the machine gun now is primed, and the actual all the parts of the machine gun are all primed, and the machine gun is painted black. That's ready to be finished off with. I've got like one of the Tamiya, the pads with the 3 different colours in, which I've got like a blue that they used to use on the motorcycle exhaust. So it just gives it a slight blue hue, which apparently is more near the colour than just pure metal. So that will be on next. As you can see, there's quite a lot of spares, because obviously this is the T55. Obviously we've got a spruce for the T55 normal as well. Yeah, as you can see, we only using them parts. It's for the machine gun, all the rest are for the other vehicle. It's nice to have a few spares now and again, a few boxes, and I think that must be like track cleaning rods, I think, I'm not too sure, and obviously the log, which I don't really use, just as easy to get a nice twig out the garden really. But yeah, so that's to be done as well. And I say he's getting started thinking about doing the low hull. So I think we'll call this little part done, and I shall get back to you on the. Oh yeah, you don't see, if you can see, it did the yellow again. I think I did mention that on the last one, but there it is in again. Just it seems to be a few people seem to have done it. I don't know what the explanation for is, but some people have done it and some people haven't. And obviously that's khaki and weathered up a bit there. Still can't find out about these two openings. There must be for internal, machine guns. Got to be something like that. So there we are. So I shall get back to you very, very shortly. Let's put it in the middle, you can see better, when I've done the streaking and the bit of rust. So we'll catch you very soon. Right, back again, chaps. As you can see, I've done a lot of the weathering now. It's with the streaking grime, which is number, I think I showed you before, streaking grime from AK, and the number is AK067, just to make sure, if I can't remember if I did that one, I'll show you before. Yes, so I've done the streaking grime, and then I went up with the rust, just on the marks and scratches that I made. I'm still debating about taking the muck off, I haven't quite decided yet. But yeah, she's moving along nicely now, so all I really need to do now is just a bit of pigment, dust and things like that, and the inner hatch cover needs to be sorted yet on there. So as you can see, going along, I'm very pleased with it. I think I've just got it just enough. Didn't want to go too much. You can see, yes, obviously it's been, I wanted to give the used look, not necessarily totally damaged and broken up, but definitely a used look, which I think I've sort of got mostly right. But if there's anything you could add to it or take away from it, please leave a comment in the box below, and I could take it on board and see for the next build. But generally speaking, I'm very happy with it. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to make my own. I'm going to use the for the streaking, the rust. My apologies. Is I use the AK rust, and the number, I have to read it off here because I can't see it properly, is AK013. So that's AK013, and that's the rust which I used. So like I say, for the pigments, I'm going to make, I probably did show you these last time, but I'll just show you again. I'm going to make up sort of a mix of the this is the Alclad European Sand, which is ACWP009, a bit of dark yellow ochre from Vallejo, which is 73103, a bit of desert dust from Vallejo again, which is 73121, and finally some North Africa dust pigment, which is AK041. I don't know what I'm going to mix, how much of each yet until I get to it, so but I'll tell you on the next update. So once I've got the pigments on, that's the upper hull complete, and the driver's hatch, and then I can start thinking about the lower hull, what underneath the wheels, the tank itself, under the lower hull, bit of weathering on top of that, and also the tracks, which they're made, they're all shaped. It's just a matter of putting them on and gluing it together. Machine gun there now, I have got it painted yellow, all the external parts are yellow, that's all got to be weathered yet, and the gun still isn't. I haven't done the blue touch onto the machine gun yet, but that's coming along as well. So the tracks and the lower hull after I've done. I'm only going to do some dust pigments in in the crevices and things like that. Not a massive amount, but enough to see it's been like in a dry, dusty environment, which I hope to achieve. And a good friend of mine, Joe, has given me some pictures to show you the inside of a Enigma T55, so I can see what colour the hatch is going to be. And obviously I have the figures to do yet, but the general build is done, and most of the weathering is done on the upper hull. Obviously the lower hull, nothing's really been done apart from the wheels. So yeah, I'm very happy with it. Just a shame that we can't get the gun, obviously the model kit, you can't get the gun up and down, and traverse anywhere. And in the end, I didn't say, I did use the actual kit plastic one as well, because the one I had for the Tirana 5 was slightly different. So I reverted back to the plastic one, which is fairly easy to sand, and there's no seam line. There's nothing there. It's just as nice as the metal barrel. Maybe not as refined, but but a good representation of the barrel. So very, very happy with it. So just a bit of, so I've got a few, you know, maybe a little bit of spillage on the back as well. Obviously I'll do that when I've done the pigments as well, so it'll soak into some of the pigments, you know, which you will have done in real life, one would presume. I presume I'll have to find out which is the, I don't know if these are the external tanks, so I can probably put a bit of spillage on the filler caps there, but I'm going to have to find out where the filler cap is for the main tank, for the diesel. I think it was a diesel, I'm not too sure, diesel or petrol. Yeah, so there's the exhaust there, just that's got to be weathered again. That's not quite finished weathering on that one yet, so I'll put that to there. I've only just sort of got it started really, that's nowhere near being finished. You can see where the dust's going to go into these. We'll get a pointy stick, a bent pointy stick, let's state that thing, bent as buggery. Yeah, like all in these places here there'll be dust and you know, and all the crevices and things like that. Not so much on the upper hull, but in the lower hull where it's all going to accumulate. So generally speaking, I'm very, very happy with this. So what I'll do is now is I'll call this one update 5. And then we can start afresh again with the pigments for the next update. So we shall leave this one here for now, and we're going to call this one update 5. So stay tuned for update 6. So catch you later on, chaps, when I've done the dusting.